I'm done with you. Manager Amorim confirms Garnacho'S departure amidst stubborn habits. Manchester United's pre-season was supposed to be a smooth continuation of their momentum from last year, but instead, it took a dramatic and unexpected turn. In a press conference that has since sent ripples across the footballing world, United's new manager, Ruben Amorim, confirmed the departure of one of the club's most exciting and controversial young stars, Alejandro Garnacho. The decision came after a series of incidents that highlighted Garnacho's stubbornness and unwillingness to adapt to Amorim's disciplined, collective approach. His exclusion from the squad for the Premier League's summer series raised eyebrows, but few anticipated the ultimate outcome, a complete severing of ties. As the club celebrated lifting the summer series trophy, the Garnacho story overshadowed the triumph, turning the spotlight from the team's cohesion to the departure of a mercurial talent. The meteoric rise. Garnacho's story up until this point had been the stuff of academy dreams. Arriving in Manchester as a teenager, he rose through the ranks with blistering speed. His pace, fearless dribbling, and flair for the dramatic made him a darling of the Stretford end almost overnight. Last season was his true breakout, late goals, dazzling runs, and the swagger of a player who seemed destined to inherit a starring role in United's attack for years to come. In the eyes of many fans, Garnacho embodied the very spirit of the club's tradition, youth, skill, and a touch of defiance. But with the rising profile came the less flattering side of the young Argentine's personality. Coaches whispered about his resistance to feedback, his occasional lapses in professionalism, and a sense that he was more interested in playing his own way than in adapting to the team's tactical requirements. It was a gamble United were willing to take under previous management. Under Ruben Amorim, however, that gamble no longer fit the vision. Amorim's standards. Ruben Amorim is not a manager known for compromising on discipline. His coaching philosophy is rooted in three principles: unity, work ethic, and tactical discipline. Players who thrive under him embrace their role in a system, even when it means sacrificing personal glory for the good of the team. From the moment Amorim took charge at Old Trafford, insiders say he was clear about his expectations. He held individual meetings with players to explain his methods, and he stressed that the club was entering a new cultural era. That era, he made clear, had no room for mavericks who put themselves above the team's needs. It didn't take long for friction to develop between manager and winger. Warning signs in pre-season. During the early weeks of pre-season training, sources within the club noticed Garnacho's reluctance to fully engage with tactical drills. While teammates followed precise movement patterns designed to break down opposing defenses, Garnacho often drifted out of position, attempting to improvise. For a player of his creativity, improvisation was part of the appeal, but for Amorim, who was trying to install a new system from scratch, it was a red flag. Matters escalated when Garnacho clashed with coaching staff over feedback. One training ground observer described sessions where the winger would respond to tactical instructions with visible frustration, sometimes muttering under his breath or shrugging off advice. The breaking point came before a key friendly in the Premier League summer series. Garnacho arrived late to a crucial tactical session, a move interpreted not just as poor timekeeping but as a challenge to Amorim's authority. In a squad where punctuality was strictly enforced, this breach could not be overlooked. The final decision. After consultations with his assistants and senior players, Amorim decided that the pattern of behavior could not continue. The winger was informed he would not travel with the squad to the United States, and shortly after, the club decided on a clean break altogether. Facing the press on the eve of the team's flight, Amorim was direct and unapologetic. We have a vision for this club, and every player must share that vision. Alejandro has immense talent, but without the right attitude and commitment, it's impossible to succeed as a team. I believe it's in the best interest of both parties to part ways. The statement, delivered with Amorim's trademark calm but unyielding tone, left little room for speculation. This was not about a temporary suspension or a fine, it was a philosophical parting. United march on. If the Garnacho saga cast a shadow over pre-season, the team's performances quickly pushed it aside. United were imperious in the Premier League summer series, sweeping aside high-quality opposition and lifting the trophy without a single defeat. The absence of Garnacho forced other players to step up, and they did. Young prospects like Kobbie Mainoo and Omari Forson took their chances, while established names like Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford thrived in Amorim's new fluid, high-tempo system. The attacking football was crisp and purposeful, but equally impressive was the visible unity on the pitch, players celebrating together, pressing in sync, and visibly buying into the collective effort. It was, many noted, exactly the kind of atmosphere Amorim had promised when he arrived. The road ahead for Garnacho. As for Garnacho, the immediate question is where he will land next. His raw talent ensures there will be interest from across Europe. Clubs in Spain and Italy, in particular, are reportedly monitoring his situation. However, his reputation for stubbornness may cause hesitation. Football history is filled with players who found redemption after early career controversies, but it's also littered with cautionary tales of unfulfilled potential. For Garnacho, this is a crossroads moment. Without a reassessment of his attitude and approach, the risk of drifting into obscurity is real, no matter how gifted he is with the ball at his feet. Mixed reactions. The fan base is split. Some argue Amorim was right to make a firm stand, citing the importance of discipline in a team sport. Others see the decision as too harsh, believing a player of Garnacho's talent should be managed differently rather than cut loose. Former United captain Gary Neville summed it up on television. It's always sad when a young talent leaves, but standards matter. If Amorim wants to build something lasting, he has to be consistent. This is about setting a tone. On social media, debates rage daily. Optimists hope Garnacho will take the episode as a wake-up call, using it to fuel personal growth. Cynics suspect his personality will remain unchanged, making him a risky signing for any club that values harmony as much as flair. Lessons for the club. This incident also sparks broader questions about Manchester United's approach to youth development. How do you balance the need to nurture creativity with the requirement for discipline? Are certain players worth bending the rules for, or should principles always come first? Amorim's handling of Garnacho may well be remembered as a defining moment of his tenure. If United go on to achieve sustained success under his leadership, this decision could be seen as the moment he cemented his authority and set cultural standards for years to come. Closing thoughts. Garnacho's exit is a reminder that, in football, talent alone is not a passport to longevity. Professionalism, humility, and adaptability are just as crucial. While Manchester United celebrate their summer series win and look ahead to a promising season, Garnacho begins an uncertain new chapter. Whether this is the end of his top-level career or the beginning of a redemption arc will depend entirely on how he responds. For now, both parties move forward, United with a tighter, more disciplined squad, and Garnacho with the challenge of proving he can match his extraordinary skill with the maturity it demands.